We are at day 6, folks. Day 6 of the NRA's Great American Outdoor Show, and I am here in the Mission Outfitters booth today speaking with these fine gentlemen. Today I got Joe and I got Bryan here. Guys, thank you for taking time to chat with us today. Bryan, start with you. Tell the viewers just a little bit about yourself and why and what is Mission Outfitters.
So my name is Bryan Mealy. I was in the Army 2005, 2010. Did a deployment to Iraq, and then got out. Did a few stints with Blackwater in Afghanistan, and then basically retired after that. I'm now a father of 3-year-old triplets, and
Nice.
and put most of my efforts into that full-time job.
Yeah.
And any spare time that I do have is it goes into Mission Outfitters. And what we are is we're a faith-based nonprofit organization. We take veterans out. We get them out hunting, fishing, anything outdoors, hiking, camping, and then we inject some ministry along the way.
Okay.
And do what we can to introduce them to Christ and help them to build a foundation that they can work with to kind of better help their mental health.
All right. Joe, what about you? Let's talk, tell the viewers a little bit about yourself and why you got involved with this mission.
I am Joe Flory. My background is Army as well. I did a total of 12 years from 2008 to 2019. Well, just about 12 years. Did tour in Iraq. I was military police. I did a lot of work in that, and I found out that I loved it.
Yeah.
So when I got out, I got a job as a police officer, which I currently do, and I work in the state prison here in Pennsylvania.
Nice.
I fell in love with predator hunting basically through Bryan here, and the time that we spent together in between stands and the alone hours, just at night, peace and quiet,
Yeah.
talking and fellowship and getting to know each other. It became a real healing experience for both of us, and a lot of it was in that I felt like I was getting the most out of it. But I was born and raised in church.
Yeah.
And my time I was in the military, I kind of got away from a lot of it. Not in that I dropped it altogether, but I explored because I grew up sheltered and protected. And when I got out, it was full tilt all the way, everything you can think of, all at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's a recipe for disaster. So,
So did you guys meet through this organization, or did you guys know each other prior to coming to
we started
Mission
this
Outfitters?
organization.
You guys started this organization?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, now it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So what prompted this? Was this something that you guys just discussed at one time, just hanging out? It's like, hey, I think we could do this, or how did this start?
The conversations in between the stands turned a lot towards God and the things of God and spirituality and those kind of things, and it became a real healing between the two of us. Yeah. And then we started taking other veterans out, other friends out, and just the amount of, I don't want to say, the positive response to everything that we had, where we were seeing real tangible results in one night of being out alone for 8 hours, just talking about good things, positive things, and sometimes getting down with the fellow veterans when they're struggling.
Yeah.
And showing them that the problems that they're having, the things that are going on in their head are normal. It's common. It's things that we all struggle with one way or another, especially as veterans. And the first step to getting better is to acknowledge that you have a problem.
Yeah.
And it started a long journey for us and then for them of getting better, just realizing that we had a problem, finding what the solutions to the problems were, and realizing that a real tangible thing that we could take with us was to have a good relationship with Jesus and with the Bible that we could take because we're not always near each other. We're not always fellowshipping with each other. We're not
Right.
always at church.
Right.
But when you're alone in your car and you're really going through it, and you're really struggling, having that reminder that God's with you, He never leave you, never forsake you, is something that if we can instill just a little bit of it into somebody's head, then we've done a good job.
That's
And
why
if
I
we
like
just
using the word inject.
I love
we
it.
inject a little bit of that into what we're doing, and it goes a long way.
Bryan, how has this, since starting this, how has this changed your life?
So, tremendously. I mean, tenfold. After my deployments, I did 3 total deployments overseas. I lost my way. You know, I went down a path of darkness that just, you know, my life, I struggled, to say the least. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll keep it at that. And I kind of laughed when he said that he felt like he was getting the most out of that time between the stands. And what he doesn't realize is I was the one that was getting more out of it than I was the one taking the veteran out hunting to help him, but
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was helping me more than I even realized at the time. So Joe helped me find my way back to Christ and get me back in church, and in a way that just I never thought would even happen. So since that time that I found my way back to Christ, my relationship with my wife has just been outstanding.
Yeah.
The way I handle situations with my kids, even I just have a whole new perspective on life, and it's been amazing. So
When did this start? How long have you guys been
so
doing this now?
I've been taking veterans out coyote hunting for probably going on 4 years now.
Yeah.
I've been just doing it out of my own pocket. I know it helped me a lot as far as my mental health.
Yeah.
Just getting out there. I can remember times where I'll have a veteran in my truck with me. I have to fight to get a conversation out of them.
Yeah.
And they just sit there, in silence. And halfway through the night, we get a coyote, and then he's just smiling ear to ear and just won't stop talking the rest of the night. It's just, it's crazy how it just kind of breaks that ice and really opens them up, and that's your opportunity to really, get that camaraderie that they've been missing, that we've all been missing.
Are these veterans that you guys know, or is somebody
sometimes,
like, hey, I got somebody I want to introduce you to?
A lot
Here's
of times,
a veteran.
social media, they'll find us on social media, or like, hey, I'd like to do coyote hunt. Hey, come on, let's go, let's do it. We don't really have a system. I mean, we do now with Mission Outfitters, but before we didn't really have a system in place to who we took. People just knew that we did it.
So those that are watching this right now and want to get involved, or maybe they know somebody that could benefit from what you guys have to offer, how can the viewers reach out to you guys and connect with you?
Yeah, if you know somebody that is that could use this, even if they just want to hunt and they don't want to have anything to do with God, we're happy to take them out hunting, but just be ready. We're probably going to turn it in a positive direction. You can look us up on Facebook and Mission Outfitters, or you can go to heroesneveralone.org and follow the tab on the top to Mission Outfitters. There's links everywhere. If you want to volunteer to go with us, help out one way or another, there's a sign up for volunteers there, and there's a registry for veterans to sign up. You get their name in there, so we have a larger pool to reach out to get guys and girls out that we've worked, brothers in arms, sisters in arms that we've been with, that they can get out with us, and it gives us a good a platform. So yeah, Facebook, heroesneveralone.org, those two places. Yeah, and that's why we're here. We're here so if you run into us here, we'll get you signed up. We've got the ability to do it right here.
I love it. Folks, go check it out. All the links are going to be in the show notes below. Gentlemen, thank you so much for what you do, and I very much appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.